You guys were incremental in ensuring that yet another Democratic sheepdog has bamboozled what pitiful garbage makes for a left in North America. Good job, everybody.
Everyone in chat applaud. Let's give a round of applause for the DSA.
Nice job for the DSA.
Good job, guys.
America's dead.
We're not getting out of this through this fucking system. I am begging, I am pleading with people to figure this the fuck out. You are not voting your way out of the status quo because the system is built and maintained by that same status quo. They will not let you do it. We covered this on election night. You remember? You remember when we were pointing out, like, wait, what the fuck's going on over here with Jill Stein? Wait, they're not accepting her votes at this voting state. We covered it live.
Yeah,
they will not.
I remember that.
They will not let you get anywhere outside of the status quo using the system because the system is designed to maintain by the status quo. Give up. Okay, stop this. I don't care if tomorrow the Democratic Party runs like they dig up Karl Marx, they regenerate his tissue. They regenerate all of his fucking tissue, right? They asked Xi to lend them some technology because obviously we're just fucking unga bunga over here. Corpses, yeah, we're unga bunga over here. So they asked Xi personally to regenerate Karl Marx's his tissue.
Called Xi for on the phone call today. How can we help Democrats more?
Oh. No, don't worry about it, guys. I'll be over there in 5. And he rebuilds Karl Marx from like bone structure, everything. It is literally yep, exactly, Bill. Exactly, Bill. Lab meat Marx. So we got lab meat Marx. We got lab meat Marx. If the Democratic Party ran lab meat Marx, I still would not fucking trust it because Lab Meat Marx would be condemning Hamas in like 8 months and meeting with Bibi probably within a year.
And so this is the game, right? Because now, this is the uniparty in action, right? They agree with each other.
That's the takeaway.
Trump comes in and he's slobbering all over this guy like he's Bubba. Like maybe Zoran is Bubba. now, watch Trump praise Zoran for keeping the Zionist police commissioner Jessica Titch
to maintaining the same level.
I've committed over the course of the campaign to maintain the 35,000. That's the head count that we had through the campaign.
And not replace them with caseworkers, social work.
No, I've said that's the head count that we want. What we need to do is make sure they can focus on serious crime.
And he just retained a great police commissioner, I believe, right?
Yes, we did. Commissioner Tisch.
If the newspapers are correct.
That one they're correct about.
He retained, I think, somebody that is she's a good friend of some of the people in my family, of Ivanka, and they say she's really good, really competent, and he just retained her, so that's a good sign.
You have to understand that these people are not against each other. They call each other, fascists to their face as like a joke. It's like a show, right?
It's a perfect example. The way Donald Trump acts, like in the press or whatever with Canada, and then how he actually refers to Mark Carney. He calls Mark Carney by his first name. Do you know why that is? Because they fucking know each other.
They're friends. They call each other on the phone, dude.
They're fucking friends, man. They knew each other before Mark Carney was prime minister. This is provable, just like kayfabe. It's provable kayfabe. It is provable kayfabe. You can go track every last connection with these people and prove that this is all just fucking pro wrestling. And I see a lot of the liberals and a lot of the like progressives, which are basically just liberals, but they call themselves everything from progressive to Marxists, but they're just liberals, right? We all get that. They're talking about this event and they're going like, oh, Mamdani's like owning him. He's oh man, he's got Trump wrapped around his little finger. No, that's not the takeaway, you fucking idiots.
No, to take that point, listen to this and tell me this is not a performance. This is not like is this dunking on Zoran? I mean, is this Zoran dunking on Trump, or does this sound like a show, like a performance for the press?
Clarify your answer to Stephen Nelson. He asked about your comment calling the president a fascist, and your answer was, both President Trump and I have been clear about our positions and our views. Are you affirming that you think President Trump is a fascist?
I've spoken about.
That's okay. You can just say yes.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Okay. That's easier. It's easier than explaining it. I don't mind.
He doesn't care. I don't mind. Just say it, brother. Just say it for the cameras. Just say it for the cameras. It'll look really nice. Trump's a showman. Trump is he's a longtime TV veteran. He knows what's good for TV, and he wants good television. And you know what makes good television? A nice little conflict. Every show you watch has a conflict. And but really, these people are working together not only to keep Zionists on the NYPD.
And I think somebody that is she's a good friend of somebody if the newspaper is the police commissioner, I believe, right?
It's crime.
And he just retained a great police commissioner, I believe, right?
Yes.
Also, not for nothing, not for nothing, but I'll make a point. Trump can't be Trump cannot be in a bad place with Zoran, because that's a guy that he and his bosses are depending on to make the first smart city in America. Bookmark that shit too, because
bookmark this. Trump,
make a smart
Mamdani will crack down on pro-Palestine protests just like de Blasio did, just like Eric Adams did, and watch. They're working together to create the same fascism that they pretend to fight against.
Safety, and I look forward to.
He's going to make a 15-minute city out of New York.
5 boroughs and protecting Jewish New Yorkers and every New Yorker who calls the city home. Jewish safety, and I look forward to rooting out anti-Semitism.
Rooting out anti-Semitism across the 5 boroughs, and here we go. We're back to square one. We did it again, boys. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Good job, everybody. Good job to the DSA for the fucking, you guys were incremental in ensuring that yet another Democratic sheepdog has bamboozled what pitiful garbage makes for a left in North America. Good job, everybody.
Everyone in chat applaud. Let's give a round of applause for the DSA.
Nice job for the DSA.
Good job, guys. You did it again.
Speaking of, I'd like to touch on the DSA for a second because something happened. I don't know if you're aware of what happened, Mr. Crab.
Okay.
This crazy guy who lives in Argentina.
Oh, I saw that. I watched.
Yeah.
Debate. You saw clips. I didn't see the whole thing. I was listening to some of it today.
My brother in Christ, this DSA guy ate his balls. He ate his balls. He ate his whole balls. He ate his whole balls. And this is why I need to remind people that electoralism is a graveyard to any kind of progressive change. Now, I'm just going to play a short clip, but basically Bad Empanada, who, friend of the show, Bad Empanada.
Oh, I wish.
Friend of the show, Bad Empanada.
I can only dream of having that guest. That's a guest I really want. I would love to talk.
Now I will be the first one to say he rage baits way too much on Twitter, but I feel like people are missing that he's trying to. I think he's trying to get banned. He doesn't care about his Twitter account. I know that much. But so we had this Black Redguard guy on, and they debated for I think an hour, something like that. And the whole time he was just asking Black Redguard, like, "Hey, so like, what? Like, your party doesn't do anything except just tell people to vote for Democrats. So like." And he got him to admit, like, yeah, that's not what I want. And he's like, okay, well, then why don't you take like a fuckload of people, break off, and like actually do anything revolutionary other than voting for Democrats? And he's like, well, no, I don't want to break my party. This was the worst like PR for the DSA I think I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. So this is a little clip. This is a little clip. We're gonna do a little clippy, a little clippy, a little clipperoo, a little clipperoo.
Oh, shit
It's
about
relevant to
DSA.
what you're saying.
Maybe you
Like,
should let
I
the
just wanna
DSA
know,
member talk, buddy.
When's the first
Damn.
DSA candidate gonna be put up in election? Do you have any plans for
When's
that?
what?
Could you give us a
When's the
soft
what?
launch? Plans to run the first candidate on a DSA ticket.
On a DSA ticket?
Mm-hmm.
That's there are many moving parts before that can become an eventuality. That's probably like 2 or 3 conventions down the line, bud.
So that's what is that 3 years down the line?
3 years.
6
Oh, okay,
conventions
that's
every 2
funny.
years.
Now is not
that's-
the
that's
time.
interesting. You know, I wonder how many genocides there'll be in between now and then. Who knows?
I look forward to seeing you in the International Brigade. in Palestine.
Unfortunately, this is the problem, right? There's no urgency because you've created an organization that just
This
lets
is-
in any old
this
random
is-
American, and the Americans
What are you
vote.
talking
And
about?
what
I
they
didn't
vote
launch
for is
This
very good
is-
things like endorsing Democratic Party candidates. And
Americans vote for American
that's
things.
the
Shocking.
problem. If you want a legitimate party that at least has I'm not saying it has to only be anti-imperialist, but that does uphold a genuinely anti-imperialist line, tries to get somewhere, it's not going to be the fucking DSA. And we don't have time to wait 3 conventions down the line, 2 conventions down the line for the DSA to maybe think about going independent and doing something, anything. We needed you guys to do something about this 30 years ago. Next best time, however, is now. And like, I don't know how long you want us to wait, right? Us, as in the entire rest of the world, we're all waiting for you to do something.
If I were a Stalin type, if I were like a Stalin type leader,
If you were a Stalin type leader, you would get kicked out of the DSA immediately because they would immediately start.
Yeah.
They'd start spewing like anti-communist, like Holodomor like propaganda at you, and they would kick you out immediately. Because apparently, according to DSA members, Stalin controls the weather. And that's why the Holodomor happened, because Stalin controlled the weather, and that's why big swaths of Europe and Russia had a famine that fucked all of them up. Because Stalin controls the weather, but he's not good at controlling the weather because he also fucked himself up by that same famine. So, yeah. So that's what would happen if you were a Stalin type figure. You would get blasted with anti-communist propaganda. You would get yeeted from the party, and then you'd be forced to join the ACP probably. Probably.
all this shit would be done tomorrow. But I've got almost 100,000 other motherfuckers that have a say in this organization as well.
What does that
Maybe you should
mean?
think more like Stalin.
Based. Sorry, that's based. Because, like, this is the problem with all of these organizations. Places like the DSA, they exist to take revolutionary energy and just funnel it back into the machine. That's the whole point of this.